There were a lot of great matchups last weekend for the second week of the college football season, but week 3 has some even better games and some matchups that are going to have major playoff implications. Here are the 10 games I'm looking forward to the most for week 3 of the college football season. Before we get to today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to the channel. If you love college football content, then this is definitely the place for you. Also, drop a comment down below and let me know which game you're looking forward to the most. It helps the algorithm of the video and helps share it with more college football fans. We'll kick off this list with Alabama and Florida, which will feature two teams ranked inside the top 11. Last year, these two teams gave us an exciting matchup in the SEC title game, and this year's game will be another exciting one. These are some of the best offenses early on in the season, as Alabama is averaging 46 points a game, where the Gators are averaging 610 yards a game. If you like points, then this will definitely be the game for you. This will be another early test for Bryce Young, who looked good his first time around playing a ranked opponent. However, this Florida team is a much tougher opponent than Miami was. Plus, he's got to go into the swamp and try to escape with a victory. The biggest thing I'm looking forward to in this game is what the Gators do at the quarterback position. Emory Jones has thrown 4 interceptions so far and only has 2 touchdowns, but he's added 150 yards on the ground. Meanwhile, Anthony Richardson is coming off a game in which he threw for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns on only 3 pass attempts. He also has been insane on the ground, as he has 275 rushing yards on only 11 carries with 2 rushing touchdowns. Ultimately, I think Alabama will win this game, but I think Florida can definitely make this one interesting, especially if Anthony Richardson plays a large role in it. Up next will be the return of one of the best rivalries in all of college football, Oklahoma and Nebraska. This will be the first time these teams have played since 2010. The Sooners lead the all-time season series 45-38. This one, though, likely won't be as close as the previous matchups, as the Sooners are favored by more than 3 touchdowns. This is a Sooners offense averaging 58 points a game and over 500 yards. Spencer Rattler is a Heisman candidate, and the Sooners are looking to continue their undefeated season and their playoff push. However, don't sleep on the Cornhuskers here. After their embarrassing opening week loss to Illinois, they've won 2 in a row. Their offense has been pretty solid, as they're averaging more than 500 yards a game. Adrian Martinez is having a great season, as he's thrown for over 700 yards with 4 touchdowns, while adding 250 yards on the ground with 3 rushing touchdowns. I'm not sure how much of a chance the Cornhuskers really have of winning this game on the road, in a rivalry game that's being renewed, but stranger things have happened. We're getting the annual whiteout game early this year, as number 22 Auburn travels to Penn State to take on the number 10 Nittany Lions. This is going to be the best stadium atmosphere of the weekend and potentially of the season, and the Tigers are in store for quite the experience. I'm very high on Penn State this season, as I think they have one of the best defenses in the country early on. Through the first 2 weeks, they're allowing only 11 points a game. They've looked legit, especially against Wisconsin. I get that Auburn has put up some crazy good numbers, but they've played nobodies through the first 2 weeks of the season. Penn State has already played a top 15 team on the road. Plus, they're at home with arguably the best home field advantage in all of college football. Bo Nix is a quarterback I've been very critical of over the last few years, and if he wants to prove me wrong, this is his perfect chance to. Cincinnati has a chance to add to their playoff resume as they travel to Indiana for a huge non-conference matchup. The Hoosiers aren't ranked, but this would still be quite the resume booster for the Bearcats, a team that needs some really good wins on their resume to help their playoff chances. Cincinnati has been great to start the season, but they've had 2 very easy games. This is their chance to show that they can take down a Big Ten team on the road. Desmond Ridder has a Heisman case he'll look to add to, as he's been one of the best quarterbacks in college football over the last 2 years. Indiana had one of the best seasons in program history last year, and this will be a great win to get their season back on track. A fantastic game to close out your Saturday night is number 19 Arizona State traveling to Provo to take on number 23 BYU. If you're on the East Coast, stay up for this game because I guarantee it'll be a great one. This is a matchup between 2 really good quarterbacks in Jaden Daniels and Jaren Hall. BYU is coming off a fantastic 2020, and they will be looking to build on their great 2021 start. Meanwhile, it looks like the Sun Devils are one of 3 legit teams in the Pac-12, along with Oregon and UCLA. Although this isn't a conference matchup for ASU, this is still a resume booster that can help push them up the rankings. I've been an ASU fan for only about 5 years now, so seeing them ranked this high is uncharted waters for me. I'm going to enjoy it while I can, along with this fantastic game. Before I get to my next 5 games, if you could take a second and give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps share the video with more college football fans, and it only takes a second to do. Number 15, Virginia Tech travels to Morgantown for a great matchup with West Virginia. The Mountaineers are actually the favorite in this game, although the Hokies are the top 15 team. Both of these defenses have been very good to begin the 2021 campaign, so points might be tough to come by in this contest. Braxton Burmeister versus Jared Doege is one of the more underrated quarterback matchups on the weekend. Honestly, I have no clue what to make of this game. I don't know who's going to win, I don't know who's going to have the better game, and that's what makes this one so exciting. I'm expecting anything, which usually is what the best college football games have to offer. We have a Big Ten ACC battle between number 24 Miami and unranked Michigan State. Personally, I think the Spartans should be the ranked team in this game, but we'll see what happens. Michigan State has been very impressive to start the season, and their offense has been incredible. They're averaging 40 points a game while averaging more than 550 yards. Meanwhile, the same can't be said for the Hurricanes, who are averaging just 19 points a game and a little more than 300 yards a game. Peyton Thorne has looked great through 2 games, as he's thrown for 500 yards with 5 touchdowns. Kenneth Walker has 320 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. Meanwhile, for Miami, they're looking to have a convincing win. De'Ara King has underperformed to begin the season, but then again, so has the entire team. The Hurricanes are favored to win by a touchdown, which seems very generous. Let's see if Miami can finally live up to the hype. We'll get a Friday game on here as UCF travels to take on Louisville. We know exactly what we're getting with the Knights offense, as it's one of the best in the entire country. They're averaging 50 points a game and more than 600 yards of offense. Dylan Gabriel has thrown for 650 yards with 6 passing touchdowns, and Isaiah Bowser has rushed for 5 touchdowns already. We know this Louisville offense is capable of scoring a lot of points, but they just haven't done so yet this season. Friday night games usually have a tendency to get weird and wild, and I think that this game has a strong chance of being totally unpredictable. I expect a lot of touchdowns, some back and forth leads, so definitely tune into this one on Friday night. North Carolina bounced back with a win last week, but they have a tough ACC matchup this week with the Virginia Cavaliers. Though it's been only 2 weeks, the Cavs have been an impressive team in the ACC to begin the season. They're 2-0, and their offense has been rolling, as they're scoring 42 points a game and averaging over 500 yards of offense. Brennan Armstrong has been great at the quarterback position, as he's thrown for 750 yards with 9 total touchdowns. Hell, he could add his name to the Heisman conversation after this weekend. North Carolina is ranked number 21, and they're looking to get back into the fold of things after their shocking loss in Week 1. Sam Howell had a great game last week, but let's see how him and this Tar Heels team can respond to another solid ACC opponent. We'll wrap up this list with Notre Dame and Purdue. The Irish are coming off back-to-back close wins, and this looks like it could be another close contest. The Boilermakers have been a solid team over the last few years, and they're definitely capable of upsetting the Irish. David Bell is one of the best wide receivers in the country, and he's been great for Purdue. Jack Plummer is completing about 75% of his passes and has thrown for 600 yards with 6 passing touchdowns. Jack Cohn has been solid for the Irish this year, but it's been the Notre Dame defense that has really struggled. They're allowing 35 points a game and 400 yards of offense. If Notre Dame wants to make a playoff push, they need to fix a lot on defense and win a game by more than 3 points. Well, those are the 10 games I'm looking forward to the most this weekend. Drop a comment down below and let me know which game you're most excited for. Was there a game on here that I didn't include? Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. I'm posting college football videos every day, all season long, so if you're a college football fan, then this is definitely the place for you. If there are any other college football videos you'd like to see in the coming weeks, drop a comment down below, and that very well can turn into my next video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.